Hi, I'm Phil, and with me tonight is Gill, who is going to be cooking Greek meatballs and sharing a very, very powerful testimony. And tonight you're going to be making
a Greek dish called keftedes, which is another version of meatballs.
Meatballs.
For the breadcrumbs, you can use any. I'll just show you two examples now because I want to make another dish with this. But if you buy a bloomer, okay,
it's hollow.
Just
you can buy it already for hollow.
Slice it in half.
Right, all right.
No,
yeah.
Phil, it wasn't. I've taken it out.
Yeah, right.
Something I prepared earlier.
You prepared it.
Okay, so turn it in half and take all the breadcrumbs out.
Right.
Now, because this was fresh, this was too moist, so I actually did this last night because you like your breadcrumbs to be dry a bit. Quite a few of my family say they don't like cinnamon. But when you put cinnamon into meatballs, you practically wouldn't recognise it.
Right.
People will say, if you put it in a cake, has this got cinnamon in? Or nutmeg.
Yeah.
One heat.
Well, that's quite a lot too, isn't it?
Yep.
Well, again, I love it, the smell of it.
The Greek dishes, well, the Cypriot village dishes use a lot of cinnamon. My eldest son was a footballer, and then he decided to be a football coach.
Wow. What a professional footballer.
Yeah, he just passed his first exams, actually.
Gosh.
To be a football coach, and just been offered a job. And then, unfortunately, my son was killed. Alex was actually murdered, and it was a few doors away from where we lived. It was a heavy rainpour that night, and this man was shouting across the street to get entrance into a house opposite to where my son was. And the lady of the house came out and shouted at the boy to be quiet because he was waking the neighbourhood up. This man, he was about 19 years old at the time, actually had an ASBO for that street, and he should never have been in that street in the first place. This woman had known this boy growing up round the corner from them, and so she invited him in to the house to calm down and to sort out if he could get a taxi or what the matter was with him. There were some samurai knives on this woman's wall, and he took one of the knives off the wall, and while my son was watching television, stabbed him through the heart. No one thought to come and get me 6 doors away, which was always hurt quite a lot, that. But, I mean, people just don't think, I suppose, I don't know. And so he actually went by ambulance, and he actually walked into the hospital from the ambulance into A&E, where he collapsed and died. But they did manage to resuscitate him, and he fought for his life for 3 days. But unfortunately, he died on the Saturday night, just before midnight. So, yeah.
Do you know what I hate when people say spag bowl? That really drives me up with spaghetti bolognese, or is it bolognese?
Bolognese.
Spag bowl.
Well, this is also, you could use it, if like now there's quite a bit here for this bread. Right. You could also put this, cool it down, put it in the fridge, then tomorrow use it for a bolognese sauce. Yeah. Or if you could add some beef gravy or something and turn it into a savoury mince with mashed potato, So awesome. If you've got mince and potatoes and an onion in, you've usually got a few bits that you can make 3 or 4 dishes out of. One
of those is certainly going to fill, well, I don't know about some of the guys I know, but certainly would fill me.
Okay, and that's
awesome.
That's it. So you have homemade pizza, meatballs in less than 15 minutes. You talk about forgiveness, but you not only forgave him, but you actually went to see him and looked at him in the eye. Well, it was the second time I'd been to see him. The first time, it was a lot of anger in me. I read out a statement, and my daughter was there, and my son's girlfriend was there with a picture of his little boy, and I read her statement as well, because she was unable to do it at that time. which was a very powerful statement of how her little boy, how my grandson has to grow up without a father, and people ask him at school, where's your daddy? My daughter didn't, I knew she didn't want me to forgive him. She didn't think it was the right thing, and she's not, it's a totally different opinion to me. So I waited for them to leave the room, and then I went back in and I told him that I forgive him, and that was my choice. It was my choice, not his. And it was my decision, and I had control of that. And I was made sure he knew that. And he just bowed his head, and I think he said, thank you, I don't know. He's since written me a letter, but I haven't replied. No. I don't wish him harm, but I think he's the justice system, and he should serve his sentence. Me forgiving him doesn't take away that he should serve his sentence for what he's done wrong. Yes, I just hope that he has found Christianity, or he has found a better life, and that he'll come out and he'll never do or hurt anyone again.
Thank you so much for sharing your testimony. Thank you for opening your heart up. I know a lot of people are going to go, what? You know, if they're not Christians. But we do know that God is everything, and he will sort things out. You've just got to ask him. Thanks for the cooking. Yeah, it was great fun. I think my mouth has recovered my melted plate. I'm sure we'll get back together again sometime and have some fun cooking. But in the meantime, bless you and thank you so much. And in Jesus' name, you're a great girl. Thank you so much.
God bless. Thank you.
God. Thank you.